very, very tight affair once again.
And Janoz, he did finish third in his group, so it kind of works in the opposite way. Benz finished second, Janoz finished third. Janoz had a fantastic time, went to Miami Season 1, finished third and fourth, got through the groups. He's been to knockout stages before. He's had a taste of when the going gets tough.
Yeah, and his opponent, Benz, he's been a little bit of an underdog, really, this year, Brandon. But he's got into this tournament, picked up 13 points, as we said.
He beat Costella. He said that was going to be his biggest challenge. He did it. It's like his first game in, I believe.
Looking at that group, he was Group 4. He was in the group of death, you could say. He came out, he finished second in the group, only behind one man, Epsilon Joey, who was nearly perfect, you can say.
Yeah, nearly.
18 points out of 21.
Nearly went for the 7 wins, 7 games played. It was 6 wins. 1 loss to Dylan, who had to win that game to get in the top 4. We'll be on action a little bit later, but nevertheless, a 2-legged game. Over on the Xbox side of things, Legends will be in full force. I'm just looking over my shoulder here. I can see Cristiano Ronaldo in a CDM.
Yeah, so what it is, you're playing an Ultimate Team, so you need to lock in the chemistry before the game starts. So Ronaldo's got a 98 International Man of the Match striker card. What that enables people to do is they can use the striker card instead of the left wing card. You can pull that striker card down to a centre forward, centre forward to camp to centre mid to CDM. You get 10 chemistry. You can put Hullet up top, change the chemistry in game.
Bang. As easy as that. It's all about locking in that chemistry. Even if he's at a CDM, he's a striker through and through, isn't he? Born and bred striker. But this is what we see. Just as you're wondering what's going on here, this is custom tactics. This will be aggression, build-up play. The bronze suspicion is happening over here as well. Yeah,
the bronze bench is happening in full force. One of the things that the players do change is the width. They like to get the 4-2-3-1, but they like it to be as narrow as possible. You can see Benz's team there rolling with the 4-1-2-1-2, not matching his opponent. That's why I like to see play your own style of FIFA. You don't have to match somebody else to give him a good game.
That's one thing I've seen from Benz. He's kind of kept himself to himself, not like that, I mean, but he plays his own way, he has his own tactic, and there's a reason why it works. He's obviously qualified through Foot Champs, the process there, 160 games a month. Maybe lost, what, 5 of them, 5% of them maximum. He would have been recording at least 37, 38, 39 wins a week, which is fantastic. You know, the concentration levels there, the dedication you have to prove, and he had friends that travelled just over to see him that have played the game with him for a number of years, and it's going to be a very interesting spectacle, this one. Yeah,
more importantly, Ben's representing Canada as well.
Yeah.
One of the Canadian players at this tournament. There's been a pretty large Canadian presence at this tournament alongside the United States and Brazil, and those players are representing themselves
now.
well.
Janoz across, Messi, that is an unbelievable interception there from Marcelo.
Yeah, Janoz, the Colombian, almost breaking the deadlock there. What a huge block on the line.
It was an AI interception. You know, sometimes they do make those intelligent runs without even controlling them.
Yeah, so what a few of the pros have been doing recently, they've switched to the 5 at the back, and they'll use the second man press. They'll just sit back because the AI at this level in FIFA 17, with the cards being so high rated, the in-game stats, they pretty much defend for you. We're talking to Tats. He said he plays 5 at the back. He just lets the AI defend for him.
Not as such as a lazy way. It's clever because, you know, if you're playing with players, 96 Ramoses, you know, some big names around that back, they're going to make intelligent runs because their ratings, you know, defensive are going to be fantastic. Balance, jumping, positioning,
aggression. It lets the AI shut down the man with the ball. You can then mark someone else and mark someone else.
If you're thinking about what we are talking about, we're talking about picture a player in real life. Break down every single skill they have to make them into the player they are. You know, heading the ball, passing. Here's a chance now for Janoz. Messi now, low driven. Surely not, but he did go for it. And that was Courtois just had no other option but just to throw his body out and just make a block.
Yeah, Lionel Messi there forcing the save from Courtois. First 15 minutes being very, very Janoz heavy. Is the more experienced of the 2 players at this level, you could say. It was in Miami, finished 3rd or 4th. Benz is been a little bit underground. He's been one of the underlying the dark horses in this tournament. But
if there's a place to shine and come out,
it's in the final.
It's now. It's in the final, and he's obviously done a fantastic job of getting out of the groups yesterday, Richard. This is where he needs to really shine because he's got 2 games to do it. 15 minutes each game, maybe a little bit more with stoppages, and then you're in London. From Canada to London to be part of the best 32 players in the world.
Yeah, this very well could be one of his first LAN events that he is competing at, and what a tournament he's had in that group of death, so-called. Finished 2nd on 13 points.
Here we go. Chance now all the way across. Not an own goal. That was going to be a pass back, maybe. Marcelo was involved in that one again. I think I was just looking over my shoulder and I saw Benz earlier on today just practicing with Epsilon Joey it was, and I have to say, in the nicest possible way, it was Epsilon Joey that was getting most of the results there. Maybe that's the line of class between these two players. But again, you've got to play against the best to learn and to get better.
Yeah, the main thing is, though, he's not going to have to face Epsilon Joey now again. It's a one game. You win one, you beat one opponent, you're in London, Brandon. There's no winner, there's no winner's bracket. This is it. Win one game, you're in London.
Suarez now. Into Messi, maybe. That one's not going to come off, and it will be Kante again, the man that's there. Half turn. Ronaldo went for the fake shot turn, and again, that one was counted out by that back line.
This first 27 minutes has been very, very taxing on the defence of Benz. He's had to keep his concentration up very, very high to defend so well so far.
If you're a player at this level and you don't even admit it, you know, you're a liar, because sometimes you don't always make every initial, you know, instruction on that back line. Some of them make it automatically because where they're clever, where the AI does its job and in the right position and stuff, right place, right time, like the block we saw there. Okay, yes, you pressure sometimes you jockey, you make the interceptions, but at times, you know, that's where the AIs are so clever. That's where, you know, the stay back while attacking is so important, because your players are in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, why not? Why not use the AI? If they're going to almost do it for you, you can concentrate on marking other men. You can concentrate on, if you do get the ball, where your first pass is going to go. Paint the picture before it happens.
Most definitely, and
that's what the very best do.
It does do the best, and if there's a player there that doesn't think that does happen, then I think they'll probably be lying to you, because as much as being a fantastic defender in the game and an offensive player as well, you know, you do rely on a bit of luck at times. If you don't rely on luck, then I don't know what life is, because there's always a bit of luck in life. And as we're seeing here, still goalless in this first leg over on the Xbox side of things. This will be deciding after these two legs. This is the first one, remember. This will be deciding who's player number 3, number player 25 in London, and Ronaldo there, just with a bit of a poor header in the end.
Yeah, but this 37 minutes, very, very confident play from Janoz. He's been the more aggressive of the two players, really taking it to his opponent, Benz. But we saw yesterday Benz a couple of times on stream. He came out and won where he needed to win.
Pressure. He'll soak it up, go down the other end and maybe get a goal, but I think it's only a matter of time now until Janoz strikes, until he comes back with a bang and he gets that goal. Next thing you know, everything cracked, everything opens up.
Well, Benz, the first game we did see on live stream, beat Castello 1-0. That was almost the rise of Benz and the fall of Castello in that first game, Brandon.
It was indeed, and Benz even said I thought that was going to be my hardest opponent in the group, as well as obviously realising there's a number of other hard players in there, another hard 6 opponents. But you know, he's probably looked up at Castello for a number of years, saying in this region, in this America's region, you are probably the best player, the Godfather, as he said.
I think it's been very unpredictable. That's a good word to describe this tournament, because there's players who you thought would be in this semi-final, in this final aspect in the winners bracket, who just aren't. Castello being the main one.
Medibob.
Fall out. Medibob, fan favourite, both fell out of this competition.
And that is what the LAN events for, the big finals, the regionals. Yes, you can do it in your own home. Yes, you can do it sitting in the living room, but you can't always do it on the big stage. Half time here, 0-0. Benz, no shots, no chances created. Probably a little bit embarrassed. I wanted to quickly skip past that one.
Dominant first half from Janoz, and I'm surprised that he's not actually 1-0 up in this game so far. A couple of big saves from Thibaut Courtois, keeping Benz at a 0-0 scoreline. Saw the substitute then, Luis Suarez coming on, the goal scorer, the main man in this tournament so far.
The question is, why wasn't he on at the beginning of the game? Maybe, you know, he had his own superstition, didn't like the way, maybe he's more of a substitute.
Was it Pele who was featured for Benz in that first half?
He was in there. He was a mixture of those players. Suarez now out to Ronaldo in a kind of a wider position now. I'm sure he'll be trying to drift back in. Ronaldo's going to get a little sniffle there. Ronaldo, and David De Gea there with his a big knee save.
There you go, though. It shows that you only need one chance in a game of FIFA, Brandon. It will dominate it for 45 minutes. He's come out, had one chance, had the best chance of the game so far.
You see it all over the world. You see when Real Madrid lose a few times to the likes. There's a chance there. That one's deflected, and there we go. He said you needed one chance. It's all it takes. Take a deflection, but that's when it was to XX Benz.
1-0 XX Benz came from the corner. That did come from this chance early on. Neymar slices across the goalkeeper. Ramos, deflection off his foot.
Sometimes you need that bit of luck, though. Just what I was trying to compare it to. Hull go to Manchester United away. And then they didn't do it. They got a draw, but one chance. That could mean 1-0. Sit back. You know, we had no possession at all. That was our game plan. But you don't always need possession. The scoreline is what matters.
Goals win games at this level, Brandon. And Janoz has got to come out now and try and get back into this game.
Could this be an instant reply? Why he's not had a shot there? You know, Rudelit can score goals from distance. Is the reason why he's a 90 rated card.
Yeah, I would have been taking on the shot with Hullet. He's going to try and keep possession, though. He dominated that first half, and now he's got nothing to show for it.
Nothing to show for it at all. As here comes Kante now. Ronaldo just trying to link in. Remember that score is 1-0. This is the first legged game. Dirty tackle there. Maybe that's just aggression, but that's just Ramos pulled out now. That's going to come and haunt him unless he just gets back in time. Little cheeky chip in front. Maybe that one was trying to get through to Paul Pogba, but that was defended well.
Yeah, he's going to come forward here now. Janoz Cfi bringing it forward into the path of Antonio Valencia, the team of the season, 89 rated right back though. Only thing with Antonio Valencia that's putting me off in that one-star weak foot, that's the thing that I don't really like about that card.
It's just like we were talking about before. I think it was Marcelo was at right back in an event before. I think he may have 7 chem. You think what, 2 chem difference? My team's still got 100 chem.
He made the mistake.
It makes changes though, doesn't it? It makes the little mistakes when he needs to make that right pass on his weak foot. He can't do it.
When he's put under pressure, that's when the cracks begin to show, and maybe a 7 chem right back instead of a 10 chem right back could be the difference. Could
be indeed, and like the weak foots as well, the star skill moves as well, they're really big factors. But here's Janoz on the ball now. He's 1-0 down in this first leg. Remember that though he's still a very long way back. It's clever ball that, pull it back in the game. Oh, there you go. There's a little bit of karma back for you. Own go from Luis, and 1-1 is the score.
Yeah, both goals have had a slice of luck, definitely, in the way that they're being scored. Ruud running over to the fans, giving it his all. But I want to have a look at that goal once again. Vieira played into Pogba, loads of a pass.
There it was, just pulled out.
And I think it was Antonio Valencia we talked about.
Yeah,
he was the one who stepped out of position, gave Hullet the space in behind, got quite lucky with the finish. But David Luiz who puts it into the back of the net, and Hullet runs away in celebration.
I think hashtag Boras, one of the best kind of players that does a lot of YouTube stuff does a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Tutorial stuff. He does videos about changing player. Changing player is vital at the back line. If you change your player, they come out of the line, they sit back on the back line, they don't stay. They don't get too hungry, if that makes sense. They don't pull out of position. And you saw there, Antonio Valencia came out of position that easily, through ball. No, there was a stroke of fortune in there, but there was still a shot on target and there was still a chance to score.
Yeah, there was a chance to score, and that's what all Janoz needed. He needed that one little chance. Took it with full... He got both hands. He said, thank you very much. I'll take that.
And now we are 1-1, still drawing in this game. Ramos was at the front post, but he wasn't needed then, and it's going to just fall back out to Messi now. He's going to whip that one into the box till it's at the back post, and going to come to the edge now. Paul Pogba, not going to hit it. Going to play out wide to Hullet instead. Going to find an option in the box maybe. Paul Pogba now, and Ramos just doing what Ramos does. Throwing himself in front of it on the big stage. Yeah, potentially see a counter-attack here from Benz. Neymar bringing the ball, bit of a spin inside. Finds that run of Luis Suarez, but it's Patrick Vieira, the Arsenal legend, the 6'4" beast, getting back. And the score, as just said, was 0-0. Then 1-1, 2 goals came in very quick succession, but there's nothing. Okay, I'd say Janoz had a lot more possession, a lot more of the ball, but he's a player that can happily keep possession there. He's not always use it the most efficient way, but he's happy to keep it, sit back and keep it. Yeah, you also need to remember he's played over 2 legs this game as well. Maybe that's his tactic. Maybe it could be a filling out process. Relax. Yeah, maybe it's to see what your opponent can throw at you. But the key is don't throw all your tools out of that toolbox, because when you're out of tools, when you're out of plans, when you've lost your plan A, plan B, plan C, you're going to be in trouble because your opponent knows what you're going to do. He knows what way you're going to go when you take a shot. What's your favoured way of scoring a goal? Yeah, he almost knows what you're going to do before you even do it yourself. Let's not forget as well, he said North versus South American clash, so that could also play into it with a bit more of the rivalry between these two. Most definitely. Remember, it'll be the first Canada or Canadian player to make it through to that big stage, the big final in London. Yeah, if Benz does manage to get a goal and take it 2-1, but if you are just joining, this is the Fiwc American qualifiers where 8 players will be picked. 8 players will be making it to 30 players overall, 22 obviously plus the 8 from the end of today. At the moment it's 24 players in that hat. We know that Roma Aman from the Xbox side will be there, and it will be Lucas Rep over on the PlayStation side too, who has booked his place. Yeah, more importantly, New York City Chris, the man who represents New York City Football Club, has dropped out of the competition. He will not be at that big grand final in London. After quite a positive year as well, you know, he can still keep his head up because he has done well. He's been to one of the finals already. He's been part of the best 32 before. Seeing the substitutes coming in here from Janoz. It's Alexandre Lacazette, team of the season card at centre attacking mid. Neymar coming on at left forward, and 88 Roger Nainggolan coming on at right CDM. And what an animal that man is at CDM. The man from Belgium. It's a fantastic card. Gets forward, gets back, is involved in attacks before. And I'm sure the team of the season card would have been involved if the deadline
would have enabled it.
Yeah, it is a fantastic card as well. And here we go. Could this be a chance for Benz now? Suarez, oh lovely, Berber spin, step over, finish with it as well. And
De Gea, huge save for Janoz in this game. First leg, 83rd minute, got to think a goal here would be a huge confidence builder going into that second leg.
And you get a shot away. Kante into Ronaldo. I think it was just Kante offside there. And it will be a free kick. 5 minutes to come in this game. Maybe, what, a minute maximum. To be honest, both players to go into the second game at 1-1 it's a positive.
Yeah, this is exactly what I expected coming into this game, Brandon. Both of these players in their retrospective groups finished on 13 points. Not a lot to separate these two at all. Goal difference, 5 for Benz. Goal difference, 7 for Janoz. Nothing to separate these two, and it's proven in this game.
It is indeed, and it's a positive for both these players. I think Benz can go away from this saying, right, I need to get, when I get possession, I need to hold on to it more. I need to have a purpose when I go forward, because the first half I wasn't involved, didn't have a shot on target, didn't create a single chance. And over for Janoz, I've had a lot of possession, but I'm not doing too much with it either. I might be getting forward with it, but have a shot, maybe take a risk. Low driven, surely Suarez, and Courtois will just parry away to Antonio Valencia this time. Yeah,
very lucky there, Benz, that the ball did fall to Antonio Valencia, not one of Janoz's attacker, but the attack is not over. Neymar just losing out to Patrick Vieira, and I think that will do it for this first leg, Brandon.
It will, surely, just 3 minutes to come, and well, that's just a few seconds left. Maybe one more attack. Lacazette, the substitute for Janoz.
Could be fresh.
Can they maybe win a corner, or is just going to clear that ball away from Vieira? Get rid of it now.
He's still
no, he's been a little bit unfortunate there. Penalty. Oh, that's an awful penalty to concede. You can see a shake of the head there, and he said there was going to be one more chance in it. A harsh penalty. Now he's got to make a save.
That could be absolutely huge in the complex of this game. It's going to be Neymar, or is it going to be Ronaldo stepping up?
Up steps Ronaldo now, just Courtois in the way of him. Will it be 2-1 for Janoz going into this second leg, or will it be all square 1-1? The typical Ronaldo position, a deep breath out, and here comes that penalty now. Ronaldo slots it away, and that's 2-1. There's a little finger waggle for you.
So what he did there, he moved the right stick to move his position where he wanted to take the penalty from. Sometimes if you go to the left, you can almost give the goalkeeper or your opponent, you can see in the run-up, it's very straight. He doesn't go left or right in his run-up. If he didn't move it, Benz might have been able to tell if he was going to go left or right in that run-up. Janoz 2-1, experienced FIFA player, proving why he is 3rd, 4th place in Miami.
And there goes the full-time whistle. First leg goes to Janoz. That game kind of summed up to me as like there wasn't really much to separate him. It's just a little bit of fortune here and there. Deflected shot, own goal, a penalty that, you know what penalties can be like in this game, some of the decisions. They're unfortunate at times.
Yeah, very harsh penalty that Benz did concede. Janoz picking up the victory in that first leg, but it's far from over. It's a 2-legged game. Janoz 2-1 victory. Yep. What does Benz need to do in this second leg?
He needs to get possession first. He didn't have much possession. It was all Janoz had the possession. He didn't really do anything with it. Janoz needs to do a lot more with that possession. Benz, have a shot. Take a shot. You had 0 shots at half-time. It's not good enough at this level. Yeah, if you do see me looking down, that's where the monitor was. 3 shots on target for Benz. 100% shot accuracy, but the possession was very, very much stacked in Janoz's favour. Second leg, it's very, very hard to call. It's very hard to call.
Penalty that
because it was 0-0 for so long, wasn't it? And then it was Benz that got the lucky lead, you could say. It was a deflected goal. And then back down the other end, an own goal from David Luiz. Seems like he's always involved in an own goal. And then right at the end, right in the dying moments of the game, someone didn't get rid of the ball. It was 2v1 in the corner, I think it was, and used a skill dribble, but a penalty was what concluded that game. Yeah, let's head over to Jump, who's got both of these players for their half-time thoughts.
Hey guys, the first leg is done. It was neck and neck. Janoz, what was it like being able to score that final goal in the extra minutes at the end of the first leg?
Well, I think that was very important for me to win the first game and at home. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm gonna work for the second game.
Now, with that setup, that must have been heartbreaking to have that goal scored on you in that last second at the end of that coming into the second leg. What are you looking for the change?
Well, basically, I just need to start playing my game. I don't feel like I've gotten into the game yet, so as soon as I start doing that, I feel like I come back and win it.
Now, with this all on the line, does your mindset change, or really what is going into your preparation with these next couple minutes that you have in between the legs?
No, same mindset. Just need to start playing my game, and hopefully I get the win.
Now, that's the thing for you. Are you going to change anything up? Granted, you got very lucky with that penalty kick at the very end. What are you going to do changing things, or are you even going to change anything coming into the second leg?
Yeah, I think I deserved the game. So yeah, the penalty was lucky. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing my game. Yeah, I'll die with my game.
Backs against the wall. They're ready to rock and roll. Let's kick it back to the guys.
Well, maybe we haven't seen the real X-Specs Benz yet, because I don't think we have. He didn't really create any shots at half-time. He just stood there. Haven't started playing the way I am. Is it nerves? Is it being on the big stage? Remember, they're only playing 2 games today.
I think that is a really good point. He's not had time to warm up, maybe, that, as he did yesterday, beat Castellan in that first leg. One thing I've just looked at, the stats, all the results from yesterday in the group stage. XX Benz, the 2 games that he did go on to lose, he lost 1-0 and 3-2 by 1 goal margins. He lost that game 2-1. Could this be a repeating thing, that he doesn't know how to clinch out a game?
Maybe it could be. Let's have a look at that game that just took place. 2-1 it finished in the end. It was XX Benz that had the first goal. A little bit fortunate off Ramos's shin pad maybe, or toe. And a little bit fortunate, you can see there. That was the start in the game. The next thing you know, there's a bit of karma back at David Luiz's own goal to make it 1-1.
Penalty was huge though. We see a couple of chances here for Benz.
Suarez, that was the Berber spin into a step over. And then there was the penalty, which just concluded the game at the end there, and it made it 2-1 in the end. And it wasn't a nice end to the game. I would have been quite a fair reflection 1-1, but I think Janoz could have been right there. He did deserve the game. Yeah,
you typically don't see penalties actually scored.
Yeah.
It's something that the pros aren't very that comfortable with. They don't practice them. So yeah, I'm not surprised that it did go down the middle. Maybe Benz could have thought a little bit more about that. Maybe thought, you know what, I need to go, and I'm going to stay down the middle because people aren't confident with penalties.
That's a fantastic point, because penalties, I'm sure the chats and the viewers will have their own opinions on penalties. That you've got to be so confident. I love the way that Janoz even just did the Ronaldo way of that penalty. He just waited, let him have the deep breath, drop of the shoulders, and then there was his step up, slot down the middle, easy as you like. And he did have for me, he was slightly the better player in that game.
Yeah, it was a slightly of the better players, but being a stalemate for so long, it's very harsh for Benz to concede the goal and go into the second game needing to get a result now. In the groups, 13 points, both of these players finished on retrospectively in their groups, Group 3 and Group 4, so there wasn't a lot to split up in that.
Nothing to really separate them.
In that game, it was a late penalty that did split up.
I know we say the first goal's very important. Goal goes in for Benz, we're all square, 0-0. Then that's a building block for him. Janoz, I want to see a bit more clinicalness from him, because he hasn't been clinical at all. He's had the ball in the final third, and let's see what they can do. Yeah,
let's have a look at the bracket to see how this tournament is shaping up. As you can see there, we've already had 2 games. 2 players have confirmed their place to London. Lucas Rep beating New York City Chris 2-1. The emotion pouring out of him after that one. And over on the Xbox, Brandon, we saw a fantastic game.
We did. Rome at a man, 5-2 winner in the end. The man from Rome Esports did book his place in London, and what a mark it is. The first major qualification for them. Yeah, and
in London, they think that these players are trying to get to $200,000 for the FIFA Interactive World Cup Grand Final. Talk to me about some of the favourites in that tournament so far.
Vitality Rocky in there, won the FUT champ, set up $160,000 in his back pocket at the moment. Shells out of nowhere from 0 to hero in what a fantastic competition, fantastic few months. Now what? Unbelievable, and I'm surprised if he's going to be signed for a big club soon. Yeah, and if one of these 2 players do go through, one of these 2 will be going. Maybe one of these 2 players could be $200,000 richer. Janoz, 2-1 lead at half-time, you could say, just kicking off into the second leg right now. And it is probably self-explanatory. Janoz in that white Columbia kit. We can see his squad there. 4-2-3-1 is the choice. Pull it out wide on the right. Wouldn't surprise if we see some things change around. Just said free roam there. Maybe that's the role he wants to take with him. Yeah, so he's put Hullet on free roam, Ronaldo on free roam. What that enables them to do, they don't stick to the position, the AI, when the player's not controlling it. So expect to see Hullet pop up in the middle on the left, Ronaldo slip into striker at points when the other players are filling in. Something I do like to see when I play Ultimate Team, I usually play the 4-1-2-1-2. That centre attacking mid, I'll put him as free roam. Let him have the reign across my front 4. It shows as well that, Hullet, he's gone into centre now. I was going to say before that, Hullet was on the right. He doesn't want him to play on the right, obviously, doesn't he? Yeah, he's playing Suarez at that right attacking mid-spot. Fantastic shooting stats on Suarez for the low-driven shot across the goalkeeper, for the power shot across the goalkeeper. See some unbelievable goals Suarez scored yesterday in the group stages. Did indeed. He was the man of the tournament yesterday for me, or the man of the group stages, but he was amongst so many goals. The top goals where everyone had him in his team, of course. He's a fantastic finisher of the ball, and it's a really important start this game. Whoever gets the first goal, best will dictate this game.
Yeah, definitely. And you talked about the man of the tournament being Suarez yesterday. I think today could be Thibaut Courtois. He's had a fantastic tournament. Lionel Messi, also Ruud Gullit. He seems to feature in everybody's squad. Some people using better than others in that final third.
Remember the Xbox, on the Xbox side of things, it's only legends that can be involved on their PlayStation. They have the icons coming for both consoles next year, as he said, Richard. Ronaldo, R9 Ronaldo, the man from Brazil, will be in the game. 94 rated, 93 pace. That's not a bad stat for that man at all. Remember, he's going to be the icons of when they were in their prime.
Yeah, and just to remind, that overlay on the top of the screen, Janoz 2-1. This is the second leg in this game. So Benz, it's aggregate scoreline, no home or away. Whoever scores the most goals over the course of the 2 legs will be progressing to London.
And if it is a draw, we will be going to goal and a goal. Pretty simple. First player to score wins. First player to score goes to London. Yeah,
if Benz does get a goal in this game, takes it to golden goal. What happens then after 90 minutes if we've still got no goals? We go to extra time.
Here we go, Ronaldo. Why he's got a shot? Doesn't need to, because Hullit's there instead.
We spoke about Gullit at the beginning of this game. It could be the man of the tournament. You said, why is he putting him on free roam? Because he can pop up in positions like that. Ruud Gullit, that shows that the tactics that these players do put in at the beginning of the game really do pay off.
Everything was inch perfect there, even the ball through the legs of Ramos. Gullit was there, right place, right time. That's why he's in the team. 3-1 on aggregate now. And what a start to this game. Unfortunately, the goal has gone the wrong way for XX Benz. If he got that first goal, it would have been 2-2. We would have been all square, and it would have been probably a better reflection of this game.
Yeah, last leg, Janoz did dominate that first half, and he didn't manage to get the goal. This time round, what's he done? He's come out 12 minutes in, he's got the goal. He's put his marker on this match. He's put his stamp on it, his stamp of authority. Can he continue?
More importantly, he's put that stamp on the passport when he gets to London from Colombia to say, you know what, I'm here to play competitive FIFA with the best 32 players in the world
Could
today.
be it again, Luis Suarez.
Oh, Luis Suarez now. This could get really bad. Gullit now. Oh, that's clever again. Ronaldo, easy as you like. He's not going to be missing that one, and he knows what an important goal that could be.
Yeah, 15 minutes in, and we could potentially looking at our 25th player in going to London. Janoz, 4-1 up over the course of the 2 legs.
The replay there. Lovely little cheeky goal. Little chip over the keeper. Ronaldo's not missing from there anytime soon.
I think the word to describe that, delicate.
Delicate finish. But 4-1. The score in the end there. Just changing a few things. Maybe doesn't need to be as fast going forward now. The passing doesn't need to be as quick.
He's put his build-up play down from, I think it was 75 to 65, so he doesn't want his attackers to be flooding forward as much. I wouldn't surprise maybe if Benz does slightly get back into this game, maybe see a formation change to a 5 at the back. We saw Ajax Danny do it so well over the last couple of months in some other tournaments, in the Zigawee battle and in the EC United Pro Hawks Cup. He went to 5-3-2, brought on Pepe at left centre-back, and he's so good at grinding out a result.
He needs to go for it now, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing a lot more of attacking formation. Maybe not 3 at the back just yet, but he needs goals. 3 goals. So to be honest, yeah, I'll go 3 at the back. He needs 3 goals. Go out there, either go attacking for a bit, get a goal or 2, then change things about. You have to go for it now. It's now or never.
Yeah, Benz goes 3 at the back. I wouldn't be surprised to see Janoz do go to switch that 5, but it's Messi coming on for Benz. The changes are in action.
And it is a 3 at the back, I believe. We can see there just in the mini-map. You might be able to see it at home on the stream.
I think it was Alexis Sanchez as well coming on.
Alexis Sanchez, I think we talked to him in the hotel. He said maybe he will be involved with my team. Questions were like, why is he in there? But everyone has a reason. It's their own ultimate team.
When you do switch to the 5, when the 3 at the back, you want your left mid and right mid. He's probably switched to the 3-4-2-1. So you want your left mid and right mid to work back a little bit. Alexis Sanchez, high attacking, high defensive work rates. He will get back and help out.
And that will be Valencia, Luis and Ramos in that back 3. An interesting back 3, because when you play in a back 3, they have to be athletic. They have to be able to get round. You know,
all 3 of them.
Yeah, because they have to be doing the job of a fullback at times as well. Suarez, Ronaldo, trying to just get a shot away to maybe make it 5-1 to make this even more of a massacre than it is at the moment.
Yeah, this game it's going to go one of 2 ways. Either Benz is going to get back into it using the 3 at the back, or Janoz is going to exploit that space that is left from the 3, and it's going to 5-1, 6-1, 7-1 potentially.
And it could get even worse for that man. It's a learning experience, and this is his first really big stage, isn't it, in the Interactive World Cup. Here's Gullit now to make it worse, and there's Thibaut Courtois for you. A big And
Huge save from Thibaut Courtois, tipping past the post there. It's going to be a short corner, played into Messi. What can he do with it?
plays out onto the edge to Vieira, into it, this could be clever, switches it back again, that time it's not going to work, or is it fake shot into Suarez? I think that one was just cleared out in the end.
Could see a counter-attack here. It looks like a 3 against players flooding forward for Benz. Messi, bit of a spin inside, into Pele
now. Ronaldo, overlapping run from Messi. Pele's there as well again if he needs to have him. Oh, Pele just...
I think he might have just
been
slipped offside
maybe.
there. Little pass from Messi. A little bit too much fizz on it. Goes through to De Gea, and this game, you've got to think it's slowly slipping away from Benz at 4-1.
And as soon as we hit that half-time, you know he's got 45 minutes to get 3 goals, 3 of the best it would be. And it would be a massive,
golden goal situation.
Massive comeback, probably one of the best ones we've seen to date for a long time. Here comes the free kick now, though. Messi's going to take this one for Janoz. In it goes, no one really in there to do it. If you're going to get a goal, there's a chance. The best time is from set pieces, corners, free kicks, because you're committing so many players forward. There's a better chance for you to score. But it wouldn't surprise me if Janoz kept his players back. Maybe he's wanted to be resilient in defending because he has to be. If you can have any chance there also.
Yeah, Kyle Walker down the line here. Expect Janoz to exploit the flanks against these 3 at the back, because 3 centre-backs, you talked about it, the athleticism. It's not going to be wide, it's going to be very narrow from Benz's defence. And as you can see here, perfectly used from Janoz. Getting the ball out wide, exploiting the space in behind Messi.
There from distance, and Gasol will just do what he can there to save. He's being called into action quite a lot at the moment, and you said he's on this exceptional tournament at the moment, and he's continuing to do that so far. Messi, a little bit fortunate there, nearly
wins himself another corner.
Fed that one through to Hullet there.
Oh, goal kick.
Went out for a goal kick in the end. Possession there, 71% to Janoz, 29% to Benz.
If that isn't dominance personified right there in a stat, I don't know what is. 79% possession from Janoz.
Here we go, Ronaldo, have a shot, finesse it, cheeky chip, out wide. Just when you're in a situation like that, do not overcomplicate it, get a shot away.
Yeah,
take a risk.
He could have just turned there, maybe pulled the scoop turn out with Ronaldo and just got a first-time shot away. But once again, Janoz staying strong at the back, and it's Benz who's going to keep on trying to knock on that door and try and get something back in this game.
Here we go. Maybe 5-1, maybe 6-1, because unless a goal comes, I don't think we're going to see anything really more to cheer about for Ben's side, because it's going to be one-way traffic, Colombia to London. It's going to be happening, and it's going to be Janoz.
We're getting a direct flight, Colombia to London.
And it'll be Janoz there, place number 25, Xbox player number 2. It'll be 2 more players from Xbox we'll be looking for as well later this day, and 3 more from the PlayStation side. 2-0 at half-time, and
I think the big thing to take away from this is that Janoz has been in this situation before where he's been at tournaments, he's been at LAN events, he's got the experience that he can use to his advantage. Benz, you could say he's new to this, he's new to the lights, to the cameras, to everybody asking for questions, etc. And people watching his games, analysing everything that he does. Janoz is used to it. That's how I think that he's been the more composed of the 2 players in this final. He's been the more confident, he's been the more aggressive.
And here he comes again, Hullet there, back post if he wanted it, was Suarez, but this attack isn't over yet. Ronaldo, Hullet, he's going to get just a little niggle there. No, he's not. And as you said, he's got 3 at the back. Benz, but he hasn't executed it well. You're playing 3 at the back, you've got extra men forward in the midfield. Keep the possession away from your back line.
Yeah, I think we saw then at half-time, I think it's the 3-5-2 that he is using, so he's still using the 2 CDMs in behind. You can see, I think it's Kyle Walker and potentially Kyle Walker and Patrick Vieira at CDM for him. So the 3-5-2 is probably the most defensive of the 3 at the back.
Did he want to save his substitutes, or did he maybe make a few other changes that he was forced to make? Pogba now, not the time to showboat. Get the ball forward. Ronaldo, shot away. No, maybe he's going to try and showboat too much. Lovely bit of skill inside. Finesse it, shot away. Try to overwork it there. You need to take a shot, because if you're not taking a shot, you've got even less chance of scoring than if you're trying to walk the ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, he brought on Alexis Sanchez after he made the changes, and I'm not sure I've seen Alexis Sanchez even touch the ball in this game. It's the team of the season, Sanchez.
To be honest with you, I didn't realise he was actually on the pitch, because I haven't seen him once. I know you mentioned he was on the pitch, but that's been his influence at the moment.
Yeah, he's not exploited the 3 at the back to any sort of effect, really, Benz.
Yeah.
Still 4-1 down over the course of the 2 legs, and Janoz is 13 minutes
Ronaldo,
away from
have
London.
a shot. There, have a finesse. Have a shot. You're 4-1 up there. Why not just take a risk, especially when you're 4-1 up, okay, if you're a perfectionist. But you see goals are being scored there. Heavy touch around the keeper. Courtois will get off his line there, but only will throw it as far as Pogba. Pull it, chip it over the keeper. Surely not. Courtois couldn't do anything about it. It's a horrible way to go down. That's 5-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, and we talk about it time and time again. Goalkeepers not having the giant throw trait. Courtois only throws the ball as far as Paul Pogba. He wins it into Hullet, keeper's off his line, dink over the goalkeeper, and that's just a bad mistake from Benz, and that is his FIWC journey coming to an end.
But it's not, it's not a bad journey at all. He's got through past the group stage. He's got down to the 16 best players in his region, which is still a huge achievement. Okay, getting to the last 8, going to the grand final is the next level, but as a first year, maybe at a big LAN event.
Something definitely to build on for next year, and his name is definitely out there now in that American FIFA scene, and I'm sure if the
he can sign for a club, yeah, the MLS clubs can come involved. Do you know what? He's got a great job.
Esports organisation.
Toronto, they can come involved. That'll be an interesting.
Vancouver Whitecaps, potentially.
Here we go. Pull it. Just to make this game even worse for that poor man who's currently 5 goals to 1 down. It's Janoz from Colombia that I'm pretty certain will be in that grand final at the moment. 20 minutes, just over 20 in-game minutes left. About 3 minutes of actual time. For anyone that is joining at home, and if you are thinking, I've got another player in this tournament that I'm trying to support, every game will be on stream. All 8 games will be on stream. Yeah,
and if you do want to tell us about your favourite player in this tournament, use that
Messi
hashtag.
Now was the back post.
Hashtag FIWC Americas on social media to get involved with the discussion, or tweet at FIWC to tell us your opinion, who you think will be going through from this American region.
And who will be your winner overall in the grand final. Was it too early to call that for me? I can't call a favourite. For me, everyone's there for a reason. Everyone's at that level. You saw it with Berlin, the FUT champs. It all came out in a way that some people didn't expect.
Yeah, we might see the 4 rest of the world players step up, and potentially one of them 4 could clinch it. We might see an American winner, maybe Fifa. He's very confident going into that final, but 32 of the best players will be competing in London, and it's going to be a fantastic tournament to watch.
It's going to be a fantastic tournament indeed. 16th to the 18th of August, that will be live via our social media channels at FIWC, and it'll be an unbelievable tournament. The biggest FIFA tournament to date. Carl Walker now, just to make it 6-1, plays it across the box. Ronaldo scores, and that's 6-1 now.
So I spoke to Janoz this morning. I said, are you confident coming into this final? He said, you know what, yeah, I am confident. I've never played against Benz before, but I know in my personal ability that I am a very, very good FIFA player, one of the best in this American region, and I am going to prove it here today. That's exactly what he's done. 6-1 over the course of the 2 legs.
One of the best players in Colombia as well, you could say. One of the few representatives from there, a little bit like Kurt from Malta. But there you go. There you have it. 6-1 now on aggregate. I'm getting lost in the scoreline myself, but a very convincing win. You've got to feel sorry for XX Benz. Right now he's probably thinking, just blow that whistle, referee, let's get this over and done with.
As one Martin Tyler would say, it's going to be a cricket score. I think the quote is that we hear time and time again. Neymar into looking for the run of Ronaldo. Only as far as Kyle Walker from Janoz, and 6-1. What a scoreline this is.
The biggest one for the silent final so far. We had a 5-2 in the first game of Roma, man, and it was a very tight 2-1 with Lucas Rep. We saw what that meant to him there. The passion came pouring out from the Brazilian.
And let's not forget, these 2 in the group stage both finished on 13 points retrospectively. And what an unbelievable one-sided performance it has been for the side of Janoz. It could have been even worse.
It's going to be 7-1. Ronaldo, there we go. Ronaldo doing Ronaldo things, scoring goals, and that's 7-1.
7-1 the scoreline. It reminds me of Brazil versus Germany in that quarter-final, semi-final in the World Cup 2014. 7-1 the scoreline.
7-1 at this level. He's going about Ronaldo playing for Brazil there. I thought he was getting confused with the icons for next year, but 7-1 the scoreline. It's not pretty. That just shows the intention of this guy. The best players don't stop scoring. They score, they score, they score, and they just continue to dominate the game.
Yeah, and I just mentioned it then. Both of these players finished on 13 points in the group. Once again, Janoz finished 3rd in that group stage. Benz finished 2nd. Again, the lowest rated player has gone through and dominated.
As again,
Shows that rankings mean nothing
really mean
as long as you're in that Final Four.
As long as you're in that Final Four, you're in there for a reason, because you've won your respective games, you've done enough to qualify. Here comes Hullet now. There's no stopping this Colombian in Janoz. Messi now. He wants an 8th. Messi now. He's just running for everyone. You got to feel for Benz. One more out wide. So Suarez down. No, that's not going to be a penalty. Oh, lovely bit of skill there. And he just defends, just does enough to defend that one. Added time coming in any second now.
So far, Brandon, we've seen this is the 3rd game of this Fiwc American qualifiers. The first 2 games, the lowest ranked seed beat the higher ranking seed. This game, 3rd beat 2nd. Is that going to be a form that we're going to see over the course of this tournament?
I think it's hard to score because these games are 2nd versus 3rd in their respective groups. Yes, it doesn't really mean anything. You did talk about it yesterday. I think 1st versus 4th will be interesting games as they come on a little bit later on today on the live stream. But I agree with you. You're in the top 4 for a reason. You're in the top 4 because you win your games. You're here because you're a fantastic player. And as we saw in Europe with Munich, we saw it in the rest of the world as well. Doesn't always matter what it means. But there you go, 7-1. Janoz will be in London. Place number 25 will be going to Colombia at that grand final in London.
Yeah, and that first game, it only finished 2-1. That penalty could have been the huge game changer in this complex of the game, because I don't know if that might have affected his mental state in that second leg. Consider the penalty in the 90th minute, did Benz. He came into that second leg, 5-0 loss. 7-1 on aggregate.
It was just a steam train that just kept on going and going and going all the way to London, you could say. 7-1 the score there. Let's talk about Benz for a minute. A fantastic tournament nevertheless. First proper major event, and he's done exceptionally well. Yeah,
exceptionally well. Got through to the final 8 players, you could say, and he did come out of the group of death, so-called, with the likes of Gastella, Medibob, Epsilon, Joey, Set to Destroy, Dylan, all in that group as well. So huge congratulations to Benz for giving a good account of himself, but there's only one winner in that game.
There is one winner. The Xbox side of things, 2 out of the 4 players from America has been decided now, and it is that man, Janoz, and I believe that Bill is over there catching up with him now.
The next winner is here. Congratulations, Janoz. You are the next winner and the next contestant that is going to end up going for that road to London. The road to London, the bucket is ticked. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. That was my goal here. The only goal I needed here was booking my ticket to London. So I'm happy. The game was so tight. The first game against Benz. The second game I got the lead and I could handle the match. But yeah, I'm so happy.
Yeah, when we checked back in with you at the halftime report, we talked about that goal that put you ahead as something as a strike of luck. But then in the second leg, you showed up so huge, coming in with 5 uncontested goals. What was going through your mind? Because it seemed as once you got that lead, there was no way you were giving it back.
Yeah, the goal in the first game at the end was so important, like you said, because it gave me the lead and I could work on the game with that goal. And yeah, the 5 goals were coming one by one.
Now, an awesome thing about this as well is not only are you representing yourself, but you're representing Colombia. How does it feel to be able to end up going to the Fiwc representing your glorious country?
Yeah, that is one of my biggest motivation to be here, representing my country, my family, all the people supporting me there. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy. This is for you.
You did get the win. You get to relish in it, but the road's not done yet. There is the $200,000 that's on the line once you end up going to London. How are you going to prepare yourself coming from this America's qualifier over to London in the next couple weeks?
Yeah, this is only the first step of this big road. Now I'm in London. I'm gonna face the best player in the world. This is my second chance this year, and yeah, I'm gonna work hard. I wanna be the best player in the world.
He wants to be the best player in the world, and the second time might be the charm. Congratulations again to Janoz for securing his ticket to London and a chance to compete for that $200,000 prize pool. More and more tickets are left to be seen. Only 5 remain. Guys, what do we got next?
Thank you, Jump. As you